Did a great job playing downhill with 1 assist, 1 rebound, short of a triple-double. Fingerprints all over the game, steals, block shot, and then just controlling the glass. Dennis setting the tone on Steph early defensively. D'Angelo playing solid, just doing a little bit of everything. Austin, Lonnie, Rui, Vando, all of those guys, man, just pitching in and really making plays all over the place, on and off the ball. Some stuff that shows up in the stat sheet, some won't. But at the end of the day, it was a good, solid, really huge team win.
Darvin, congrats on closing out tonight.
Thank you.
LeBron, the offense running through him early on really felt like it set the tone. How much of that was by design?
A lot. We wanted to put pressure on Steph and Clay and Jordan to have to guard, defend, multiple actions, to sort of try to take some energy out of their legs, forcing them to defend multiple plays, multiple actions, initiating versus them, seeing them on the second side, going to another second side action, even a third side action, or just isolating them in a situation where they had to guard on the ball or guard screeners or get hit, by us screening them. So I thought it worked out well. It was a lot of dialogue, again, between the coaches, players, Bron, us throwing stuff at them responding with different things. By the time I get to the huddle, they already have a good idea, a good, clear idea how they want to attack, and that is great. Just to have a team with an IQ like that that's not just waiting to be told something, and that's okay too. But when you're coaching and everybody's just an interactive situation, the care factor. It takes the care factor to a whole entirely different level, a positive one at that. And so our offensive attack, we just want to, again, not settle, not play soft, not play slow. We want to really just go downhill, live in the paint, and I think you saw that from the amount of free throws we took. We just stayed aggressive.
Darvin, over here. I hate to spin you ahead, but I will. What's the game plan for Jokic, and what have you thought about the way he's played in the playoffs so far?
BT, if you're around on Sunday, I will let you know. You're not going to push the fast forward button on me that fast. We already know that monster in the Rocky Mountains that's waiting on us. But we're going to take it. Is it okay if we enjoy this one tonight? Do you mind?
Yes, you can, Darvin.
I appreciate you. Nice suit, by the way. No more Denver questions, please. I'm just joking.
All right, that's Darvin Ham right there. Let's let him enjoy the moment. He's not ready to talk about the Denver Nuggets here. By the time we get through post-game show, we'll be talking about the Denver Nuggets. That's just naturally how it works. Okay, let's do a couple things when we come back. We'll take some of your phone calls. I saw Mike Bresnahan, a Spectrum Sportsnet, with Lakers general manager, vice president of basketball operations, Rob Pelinka. Let's take a listen to that when we come back. Really, really interesting to get Rob Pelinka's perspective on what's happening right now. Obviously, Rob making the big trade at the trade deadline, and now the Lakers are in the Final Four. We'll do that coming up next. Thank you for being a part of the show. Lakers advance to the Western Conference Finals. They take down the Golden State Warriors 122-101. Series ends 4-2. Stay right here. This is the Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
Like that, telling people that phony water is back.
LA area.
Telling people that phony water is back.
LA area.
Telling people that phony water is back.
LA area.
Telling people that phony water is back.
LA area.
tonight's Lakers game.
And your reaction on the Lakers line. Presented by Pizza Hut.
Big is back. It's bigger, it's cheesier. The Big New Yorker from Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut. Big pizza, bigger deal. $13.99 Big New Yorker. Only at PizzaHut.com.
Hi, this is Anthony Davis of your Los Angeles Lakers.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
It's time for Lakers postgame with Sliwa.
Now, here's Allen Sliwa.
All right, Points in the Paint all season long is sponsored by Vista Paint. Right now, local residents can take 40% off on factory direct, high-quality Vista Paint products. A Vista Paint team member will show you how. Locally owned, manufactured, and operated since 1956. Visit VistaPaint.com and start saving. Lakers over the Golden State Warriors, 122-101 the final score. Points in the Paint tonight, 46-44. Lakers win that advantage by 2. Okay, I want to play this. I think this is a little bit interesting. Mike Bresnahan of Spectrum Sportsnet caught up with Lakers Vice President of Basketball Operations, Rob Pelinka. Let's take a quick listen to this. Let's get Rob Pelinka's thoughts on what this Lakers team has already accomplished. 8 down, 8 to go.
It's amazing. I mean, the Warriors, classy organization, obviously defending champs. Want to give them respect for a great series. They have incredible players, and you know, I think the early season trials have really built our strength and fortitude as a group. I think it, in some way, brought us together. Obviously, added new players, but they just felt the togetherness and the competitive nature of this team.
And you had a big part in bringing 6 new guys here. Did you know the pieces would fit this well together?
You know, I think that's the important thing is sometimes you try a move, and if it doesn't work, your job is to fix it. And we're always evaluating that, and we felt like we wanted to address some things at the trade deadline, in particular our wing size and shooting and playmaking. And usually at the deadline you can check one box or, you know, kind of address one need, and we were able to do all of that. And I think it shows in how this team's playing and how we're winning at a high level, and we're just grateful for the hard work that everyone helped, you know, pull those trades off.
We all know the numbers with LeBron, 38 years old, 20 NBA seasons. Tonight, all he did, 30 points, 9 rebounds, and 9 assists.
I think we're all speechless. I mean, he's an ageless wonder to be able to do that in a closeout game against one of the best defenses and the defending champs. Just the force he played with, the energy, it's unbelievable to see for a guy in his 20th year.
Last question for you, Rob. Denver awaiting in the finals. What type of challenges did they present?
You know, they were the best team in the regular season, so you've got to give them the utmost respect, and we're going to. I think, obviously, an MVP candidate in Jokic, Jamal Murray's playing well. They have a great supporting cast, and they're going to be ready. And I think we're going to celebrate this series win today, hopefully spend some time with our moms tomorrow on Mother's Day, which would be good, but we'll be ready to put up a fight in Denver on Tuesday when the series opens.
Thanks for the time, and congrats.
Thank you. See you.
All right, that's Rob Pelinka with Mike Bresnahan, Spectrum Sportsnet. You know, I think a lot of times we pay so much close attention. It's natural. I get it. You know, these are the players. They're the ones that we're familiar with. It's the ones we wear their jerseys. We're looking at them. They go out there and they make it happen. The job Rob Pelinka did to put the roster together and the job Darvin Ham did to get this team to this point and to this stage. Listen, I had some questions, too, coming into the postseason. It's his first playoff run, certainly against a coach like Steve Kerr. And didn't it feel like the Warriors were always chasing the Lakers in this series? Even earlier today, when the Lakers decided to go small and put Dennis Schroeder in the starting lineup and Jared Vanderbilt would go to the bench, the Lakers, even though they had a 3-2 lead, were still making changes. And Darvin Ham was never concerned about whether it was going to work or not. I'm going to try it. And if it is working, I'm going to leave it alone. If it's not, I'm not afraid to go try something different. So shout out to Rob Pelinka with the roster that he put together. Shout out to Darvin Ham for doing what he was able to do. You know, obviously this is a really, really good moment for the Lakers that they've got to the Western Conference Finals. And I know it's the Lakers, and I know we could sit here, it's championship or bust every year. Appreciate the moment. Appreciate the moment. I really say that trying to be as sincere as possible. This is not a team that I think many of us thought whether they're going to make the playoffs or not. Last year they were 33-49. That was their record. And even getting to the postseason this year was a struggle. You had to go through the play-in tournament. It took an overtime game against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Memphis Grizzlies, they fought, they battled, you got it done in 6. Then you had the defending champs, and obviously the Lakers handled business in 6 games as well. Still a long road to go, and the Denver Nuggets will be an incredibly tough opponent, but it's impressive that we're sitting here right now and the Lakers are in the position that they're in. Let's take a couple quick phone calls here. Levi in Wisconsin. Levi, I appreciate you calling all the way out in Wisconsin. What's going on?
Hey, dude. I called you guys 2 weeks ago. How's it going over there?
Well, it's pretty good over here. What'd you think? Just tell me about what you thought about the game, the series, and everything that's happened here in these last couple of weeks.
Well, I could tell you one thing, because I'm from Wisconsin, of course. I was hoping Lakers-Bucks in the finals, but thank God the Lakers have made me feel much better for the last 2 weeks. But anyway, I thought the Lakers did a great job of playing as a team, especially tonight, though, trying to close those defending champs out. And I just really can't wait for the next series against Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. If the Lakers take one game, first 2 in Denver, I really believe we'll win in 6 again, but you never know. So I'll let you guys go. Have a good night over there. So thanks for taking my call.
Thank you, Levi. I appreciate you calling in. I'll tell you this about Denver, and I got a chance, yesterday, kind of sat down, pretty much watched the entire game against the Phoenix Suns. They blew them out. I think they won by 25, something like that. They're the real deal, too. Their makeup that they have, the type of team that they have, it's a pretty brand of basketball. What's going to be interesting when the Lakers take on the Nuggets, the Lakers are going to muddy the water out of whatever Denver does. If it's pretty for them, the Lakers style is completely different. Lakers are, let's fight, let's bully around a little bit, let's get to the free throw line, let's make it ugly. And it's going to be 2 styles clashing. It really will be. The Joker's one of my favorite players to watch in the NBA. Like anybody who's a basketball fan, he's got AD on the other side, so it's going to be a lot different than what he's seen so far in the playoffs. All right, let's take another quick call here. Let's go to Solomon in Lake Balboa. What's going on, Solomon?
Hey, Alan, thanks for taking my call. Before I start gloating, because I really don't like to gloat, that's not my style, I said earlier in the series, when the Lakers click, they win. And, man, tonight they clicked. I mean, everything just went perfectly. Can
I say something, Solomon? I'll tell you this, too, and stay on the line. I'm going to let you finish your point, but I don't think it was just tonight. I thought all series they clicked. They were just the better team. And I said this when I started the postgame. If they played 10 more times against the Warriors, I think they'd win 7 times. So tonight was just one piece of, I think, a lot of other pieces that indicated the Lakers were just the better team. But finish off your point.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Just so the 2 things I want to gloat about a little bit. Austin Reaves, at the end of the first half, when he faked Curry out of his shoes, and then he hits the 40-foot three-pointer.
Incredible.
That was a little bit. I'm going. He's out stepping Steph. It was like yeah, we got a little bit of Steph Curry on our team as well. Bron, man, he had me duped. I had no clue that this was this 38-year-old man. He talked with that low tone after the game. You think he's exhausted and get out of my face, I'm tired. And then he turns around and does this. It's like, dude, you have me going. He still blows my mind. So those are the 2 things.
Appreciate the call. Thank you, Solomon. All right, let's actually take a quick listen here. Here is Austin Reaves. This is Reaves on the Lakers' 122-101 win.
You don't make many of those, but it did feel good when I shot it.
All right, moving back a little bit now, just kind of the rise, Austin, these last few years, and like this, your postseason now, to be playing almost 40 minutes, relied upon to this degree as an integral part of the team in a Game 6 setting against Golden State. LeBron, AD, Steph, Draymond, Clay, the whole thing. How would you describe what it's been like for you?
Oh, man, this was special. I got a text from one of my really good friends before the series started, right when we won last series against Memphis. And he was just like, no pressure, but, you're about to be in one of the most, the biggest rivalry of my life, ever since I think 2015. They've been just battling it out, Bron, Steph, and then their whole core. so it's special to, get that win and to beat a team that's, so established, so good that they've won 4 rings in the past 10 years or whatever. So it just is great. Also, I had my brother here. He flew in from Germany, so it was just a special moment for me.
Dave?
Austin, you guys, I guess your only NBA experience is being a teammate of LeBron James's, but do you feel like playing on his team and going through a regular season where your team is scrutinized and there's a regular season game has more intensity than maybe the average NBA team might have, can make a group prepared for the intensity that comes in the playoffs?
Yeah, for sure. Started off 2-10. Was not fun, and when you're in an organization like this, you're expected to win, and rightfully so. But like you said, I feel like until the playoffs, the month previous, that the whole buildup was basically playoff basketball for us. I can't speak for the other teams, but we were in must-win situations for a long time, and to kind of be locked in like that, before this, this is different just because you played the same team, at most 7 times. But to have that attention to detail, the focus that we had to have for the last month of the regular season, I think, like you said, can be a big benefit for us because, like I said, we're so locked in for so long. But yeah, that's really it.
Jovan?
Austin, it sounds crazy, but this was LeBron's first 30-point playoff game since the 2020 finals. Was there a moment pregame or this morning or whatever where you kind of noticed a different vibe or kind of could expect this type of performance from him?
Anytime you step on the floor with him, you expect him to do spectacular things. His efficiency was off the charts. But like I said, every time you step on the floor, you expect him to be great because that's what he's done his whole career. And honestly, he can be great, and people will still, kill him because he wasn't, who he was in 2013. But his motor from the get-go was special, and his attention to detail, like I've talked about, has been on 10 since the first game against Memphis. So I'm happy for him. I know he wanted this series really bad.
Jim?
Yeah, Austin. I'm sure there's a lot of eyebrows being raised nationally about 7 seed and all that. Do you guys still have to? Do you still feel like you have to prove that you belong here?
No, not really. I think the seeding thing it's just a number. When you have guys like Bron, AD, that's won championships, other guys, even Tristan that's, been through the fire with Bron and all those championships, always feel like you have a chance, and especially with the roster that we have, the talent that we have. Like you seen, was a game 4 when Lonnie went out and you put on a clinic, and 3 games before that he wasn't playing. So when you have talent like that, our whole thing before the playoffs was get in. Like, if we get in, we really think in a 7-game series that we would be tough to beat. And, I think that's been proven these first 2 series. But, we still just got to stay locked in and, focus on the main goal.
All right, that's Austin Reaves right there. Lakers take down the Golden State Warriors, so 122-101 the final score. We'll take some more of your phone calls when we come back. We'll get a chance to hear from Rui Hachimura. Draymond Green was on the podium as well. I'll kind of look at that perspective of one of the Golden State Warriors, of what happened to them, part of the collapse in the series against the Lakers. We'll do all that coming up next. I appreciate you guys being a part of the show. Stay right here. This is the Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
Good day.
like that. Tell the people that phony water is back.
LA area.
Tell the people that phony water is back.
LA area.
Tell the people that phony water is back.
LA area.
Tell the people that phony water is back.
LA area.
Pizza Hut.
Big is back. It's bigger, it's cheesier. The Big New Yorker from Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut. Big pizza, bigger deal.
Big New Yorker only at pizzahut.com.
Once again,
Here's Allen Sliwa.
122-101 the final score. Lakers over the Warriors, 4-2 for the Western Conference semifinals. Next matchup for the Lakers is against the Denver Nuggets. Denver does have home court, obviously the best record in the Western Conference. So that game will start on Tuesday. You know, a couple things happen indirectly by winning tonight. First off, you finish off the Warriors. You don't have to go back to the Bay Area. That's number one. Obviously, that's the most important thing. But the second thing was you got some rest. Nuggets just finished their series last night against Phoenix. So the Lakers, nothing on Saturday, nothing on Sunday, nothing on Monday. Tuesday, they'll start their series against the Nuggets. And that's a real matchup. That's a tough matchup. I think for the Golden State Warriors, let me back up a little bit. The Memphis Grizzlies had their flaws. They had inexperience. They were injured too. Brandon Clark and Steven Adams not there are two players that are important to them. Ja Morant missed a game. He wasn't 100% healthy. They had their flaws. The Warriors, this was just a terrible matchup for the Golden State Warriors. Lakers play defense. They make the life of a three-point shooter an absolute living hell. The Lakers had size. The Lakers had length. They pushed the Warriors around. So it was finesse versus a team that actually has power and strength. Denver's got a little bit of everything. This is by far going to be the toughest matchup that the Lakers have had so far, and I'm excited about it. I really am. The Nuggets, there is some inexperience there. Obviously, the Lakers had to go through the Nuggets back in 2020 to get to the NBA Finals and beat the Miami Heat in the Orlando bubble, so that rematch should be fun. Okay, so first game's coming up on Tuesday there. We'll take a couple calls here, and then we're going to go to Rui Hachimura. Let's go to Shane in Irvine. Shane, what's going on?
Sliwa, how's it going, man? I was fortunately enough to go to the game tonight, and let me just tell you, the crowd was electric just from the start. All right, that's what the Lakers needed. But LeBron played a complete game. It was awesome to see. The matchup coming up is going to be tough, but I think if we hit the boards hard and we all play just a solid game, an all-around game, I think we can take them down.
Shane, appreciate you calling in. Well, here's the thing that I will say, and there's no team left. I don't know if you guys remember this. When Lakers went up 3-1 against the Warriors, and they won that game, here obviously at Crypto, they won that game at 3, or won that game by 3s. Game 4, they went up 3-1. I started saying, guys, they can win the whole thing. Like, this is not they can 100% win the whole thing. And I don't know why it took that game for me, but I thought once you got some separation from the Warriors, you could see the Lakers were just pushing them around, that, hey, they're going to beat the defending champs. It's just a matter of time, not if, but when. And that's what played out. So to go to the Denver series like we're talking about, Denver's a really good team. Denver's not unbeatable. Yes, the Lakers are going to have to play good basketball. Yes, you're going to have to figure out how to stop their one of the best players in the NBA, Jokic. Well, they got Anthony Davis. If there's a player that can potentially neutralize Jokic, wouldn't it be AD? So, anyways, that's one thing to keep in mind here as we continue to go. Let me take one more quick call here. Jonathan in Temecula.
What's going on, Alan? How's it going, man? Hope all is well.
Thank you.
Like what the Lakers did tonight. Job is not finished, but that Denver series is going to be really tough. I feel like Lakers defense is going to show up in this series like it did against Golden State.
Jonathan, appreciate you calling in. Appreciate you calling in right there. And on top of that, the defense that you're talking about against the Golden State Warriors is why the Lakers are moving on. Here's Rui Hachimura on the Lakers' 21-point win.
Hey, Brett. You guys just beat the defending champs. Beat them pretty soundly today, too. What does that mean to you?
You know, they're different. You know, their offense is like so different. You know, they move different. They're really physical. So you know, they're a great team. But you know, we didn't back down. You know, we talk about, you know, we have to compete. You know, the game plan was pretty good. So you know, we just had to, you know, put the effort and energy. Then tonight, I think we did it. That's why we won.
True. LeBron was 1 rebound and 1 assist away from a 30-point triple-double. He's 38 years old, right?
I didn't know that. He's amazing. You know, that's one thing I surprised about. You know, when I got here, you know, it's how crazy he take care of his body. You know, how think about his game, the game, play the game. You know, everything's like, you know, in a high level. You know, it's and so consistent. You know, it's crazy, and it's amazing that I'm really his teammates, and I can watch it, you know, right, you know, close to it. So yeah, it's been great.
AD, 17 points and 20 rebounds. He looked pretty healthy tonight, didn't he?
Yeah, I told you. Yeah, he was fine. You know, you know, he did, of course, you know, his thing, and you know, this team is like, you know, very deep. So you know, we just gotta, you know, keep building the chemistry, and we just gotta get the next one.
Is one of the most important things between now and game 1 just getting some rest?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think we're gonna have like a couple of days between, so you know, we just got maybe we can get rest tomorrow. So we just gotta rest and get out of mind for a little bit, and then we get back to work. Yeah.
Klay Thompson had a terrible series. How were you able to affect him the way you did?
You know, just you know, we talk about, you know, we have to get into his body. You know, if he has a little space, he can shoot. So you just gotta, you know, stick to him and don't give up. You know, he does all the push off and all that. So we taught him. We actually talk about it. We don't want to flop. You know, we're gonna fight through, and that's what we did the whole season. That's why, you know, he couldn't really get the good looks. Yeah.
All right, that's Rui Hachimura. I got a feeling he's going to be used a lot more in that next series against the Denver Nuggets. Definitely a step back from what he was needed to do, or what the Lakers needed from him from that series against the Grizzlies to this series against the Golden State Warriors. D'Angelo Russell, let's take a listen to D-Lo on the Lakers win.
Hey, D'Angelo, it's been a pretty steady rise since you came to the team, along with the other acquisitions at the deadline. Just wondered how much at a certain point did you foresee that the team could be this cohesive, that could get to the conference finals where you're at now?
I told you honestly, Rob Pelinka can tell y'all right up. I didn't expect this. I didn't think this, so I'd be wrong. I'd be lying to tell you I did. But once we got out there, you could just tell guys liked each other. Guys wanted to play for each other, and it was just contagious. Everybody wanted to win. Everybody wanted to just get the job done every night. And you looked up, we had a chance, and we ran with that.
Just a quick follow-up. Just what have you learned about the duo of LeBron and AD, kind of how to play off them? What kind of advantages that they give you as a team in a playoff series?
I mean, when you throw a bunch of looks at those guys, they kind of seen it all. So for those dudes to just be prepared and a step ahead of almost every coverage, throughout these first few series, those guys were ahead of the curve and they knew what it was, and it allowed us to kind of just fall in line and play off of it.
Kurt?
D-Lo, over here to your left. Can you expand on that when you said with Pelinka, why did it work? A lot of people didn't think it would, but why did it?
He got snubbed for that GM, that award he was supposed to get. He got snubbed for it, honestly, for him to sacrifice the pieces he made to kind of get the right group of guys, that came with that energy. Bunch of guys that were selfless too. Nobody expected or wanted anything. We worked for it all. And we had to touch just a tad bit of chemistry in there, too. It kind of made everything that much easier, just being out there with a group of guys that I kind of had a feel for. And then it just made all the pieces that was here already, it made those guys, feel more comfortable being themselves as well. When you had the right chemistry with guys, it makes it that easy to go out every night and just play for each other.
Helene,
over to your right. Did you ever have any doubt that AD would play tonight? And, considering how bad it looked the other night, and he comes back 20 rebounds, 17 points, It's pretty amazing.
No, he's a champion, man. I don't think he'd miss a game like that. I think this is the time of the year. If anything's going wrong right now for you, your body, little aches, I think you'll play through it at this time of the year for sure.
All right, that's D'Angelo Russell right there, giving a little bit of a breakdown. I mentioned to you guys, I want to take a little bit different of a perspective. Draymond Green post-game on why things didn't work out against the Lakers.
Draymond, Steve just said when he was looking around the locker room to come in here, he could just feel and see the fatigue and disappointment on your guys' face. Those are the two words he used. Would you agree that those are the overwhelming feelings right now, I guess?
Definitely disappointed. And I think, just don't know how to feel. It's been a long time since we finished in May. So just trying to process the feelings and, move forward. But, anytime you don't win a championship, it's a disappointment. For us, a franchise who prides ourselves on trying to hang banners, But at the end of the day, they were the better team to this series, and you got to give them their credit. They did the things that it took to win this series. So tip your hat to them, but it's definitely disappointing to finish. Be done now.
This wasn't just like kind of an abrupt, stunning playoff defeat. You guys obviously had a pretty bumpy season the whole way. When you look back, bigger picture at the season, just where did it kind of get off the tracks? You think?
I think there were several things that went wrong throughout the course of the season, and also just things that you can't prepare for. Like it's hard to prepare for the things that happened in the beginning of the season and then bounce back from that. But we did. It's hard to prepare for all the injuries that we dealt with throughout the season, for, missing Wiggs, for the time that we missed Wiggs, and, all the things that's going on. And saying that, there's no excuses. Shit happens throughout every season. And, if you win the championship, it's a battle cry, and it's like, yeah, man, we went through that. We went through this, and we got through it. If you lose, you don't go back and blame all of those things and say, oh, man, this is the reason we lost. No, every season is made up of events. Some are great, some are not. I think for this team, more of the events that aren't so great were so public. And, that's not something that you normally deal with. And so the world knows, the tough times that this team's had. But there's tough times, in every season. Winning a championship, there are tough times. I remember David West said something some years back, and everybody's like, whoa, like, that's every year. Like, it's things going on, and you you band together and you try to work around them. And I think, for the most part, we try to do that. We fell short, and, that happens. But overall, we're not done yet. It's lost this year. We'll be back next year.
All right, that is Draymond Green getting a little bit of a different perspective. When we come back, we'll get a chance to hear from LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Lakers over the Warriors, 122-101 the final score. Stay right here. Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
Feel the energy.
Lakers postgame show.
Highlights from tonight's Lakers game.
And your reaction on the Lakers line. Presented by Pizza Hut.
Big is back. It's bigger, it's cheesier. The Big New Yorker from Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut. Big pizza, bigger deal. $13.99 Big New Yorker. Only at pizzahut.com.
Hi, this is Anthony Davis of your Los Angeles Lakers.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
It's time for Lakers postgame with Sliwa.
Now, here's Allen Sliwa.
122-101 the final score. Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. They got the Denver Nuggets coming up on Tuesday. First two games will be in Denver. Then we'll come back here for games 3 and 4. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Monday here at Crypto. LeBron and Anthony Davis. Check out what the two of these guys did together. LeBron, 43 minutes, 39 and 9. 2 steals and a block shot. 10 of 14 from the field. AD only took 9 shots, 5 of 9, 7 of 10 from the free throw line. How about this impact? 17 points, 20 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 block shots, plus 31 in the plus-minus. Highest of any player that played tonight. Let's take a quick listen. Here's LeBron and Anthony Davis together.
LeBron, just going big picture, first of all the battles that you had against the Warriors over the years, and just this one getting to 6 games, having your most efficient game in Game 6. So what has that journey been like for you, and what's the feeling of getting the job done this time?
First of all, nothing but the utmost respect for their organization. But as far as the players, Steph, Draymond, and Clay. Those are the guys I've had the most battles with. Those are the guys that I've been in the foxhole with, in a war, with or against, and nothing but respect for them. Obviously for the franchise as well, and for us as a franchise. It's tonight in general, it was great to be able to play one of our most efficient games, one of our best games of the series, and it started because of the defensive matchup that we had. We defended at a high level, and when we do that, then we can be extremely good. And I thought we was locked in as close to 40 minutes as possible tonight.
Dave?
LeBron, you've mentioned the phrase comfortable being uncomfortable for years, and it's something that
a mantra that you kind of reflect on. How did you have to embody it this season, starting off 2-10, to get to this point to be in the Western Conference Finals?
You just try to be patient. Let the man above do what he's going to do. I felt like if we were ever going to be, if we ever had an opportunity to, upgrade our roster, put some more balance around myself and AD, then I felt like we can make a run. I feel like we can make a push, throughout the rest of the regular season, and then going into the postseason. Rob in the front office, they did that. They did that, and then it was up, it's up to me and AD to come through on, the moves that they made, and also, staying healthy, which we wasn't as healthy as we would like to be, but we still played good basketball after the break, and it put us in a position to be able to get in a play-in game, and then play in a couple playoff series so far.
Dan?
AD, two for you. One, we didn't talk to you after Game 5. How did you feel post-game? Were you concerned ever that tonight would be at risk for you?
No.
How'd you feel?
Fine.
and then, secondly, Austin's hit a bunch of big shots for you guys through the course of this season. How big was not only the one right before half, but then the quick one in the third off the offensive rebound for you guys in this game? And what does that say about him in these moments as a second-year player and first time through this?
Yeah, we have a lot of confidence in Austin. He has a lot of confidence in himself. He wants to take big shots. He makes big shots. Coach always tells us, a lot of guys try to not mess up their percentage and not shoot it. But he always tells us, let it go, because you never know what happens. And, tonight he ended up making it. But, he hit some timely buckets for us. And not just tonight, but throughout the course of the series and, last series and throughout the course of the season. So, he found his groove. He's playing well. We definitely want to need the next series as well.
Jovan?
I know you guys got a few days to prepare, but what are your early thoughts on the matchup with Denver?
They've been the number one team in the West for a reason. And they've played exceptional basketball all year. And we go in with the utmost respect for their ball club. Very well coached. And obviously we know the dynamic of what Joker brings to the game, and also Jamal Murray being back fully healthy, and the rest of those guys. Tomorrow is a day for us to kind of get away from the game a little bit, just kind of chill with our families and kind of recoup a little bit. But Sunday and Monday and then part of Tuesday before the game starts, we will lock in on what we need to do to try to be at our best versus a very good, very good, well-coached team. So I look forward to it when it gets here.
BT?
AD, what do you recall about the last time you guys faced Denver in the bubble in that conference finals in 2020?
It's hard to say just because they're a different team. We're a different team. I think the biggest thing for us was obviously having Dwight kind of disrupt Jokic a little bit. He's obviously one of the two guys that kind of get them going, him and Jamal Murray. And actually, it's funny that me and Brian talked about it earlier about going back, watching that series and kind of see what we did to kind of figure out how we can best match up and get victories over them. So, we'll go back and look at it. But I think the biggest key was just kind of make the ball find the guys we want to find and just play off of that.
Nikki?
That was one game, though. But, damn, I hope they don't find me. I hope I get another one this series.
LeBron, you found ways to conserve your energy throughout the course of a game, but with this series, big picture, were you able, when you looked at how you thought it was going to play out, were you able to conserve your energy throughout these games to have the impact you did tonight in Game 6?
It may have looked like I was conserving my energy, but I was dead tired after every one of them games. And it's the same with tonight. You really don't have the opportunity to conserve your energy versus a Golden State team because they always keep you on your heels. You always have to understand and know that anytime you relax, they'll make you pay. So, for me tonight, I was just felt pretty good about my game, like I do every night. and I just wanted to try to come in and make some plays and be efficient and defend at a high level, help AD rebound, help our team make winning plays, and I was able to make a few of them.
Last three. We'll go Kurt, Jim, and Halim.
To either one of you guys, LeBron, you talked about how you guys upgraded the roster. When Rob Pelinka and the front office flipped this roster, and you look back to where you are right now, why did it work?
Well, it gave us a lot of shooting, obviously, with D'Lo and Bees, and Mo Bamba when we got there. It gave us a lot of shooting, a lot of space to be around myself and AD. We play on the perimeter, but we're not like three-point shooters. I know I take my fair share, but when you have that, that space, it allows us to do what we do best and kind of play downhill. But also, it just gave us a lot of depth. It gave us a lot of depth. It gave us another ball handler and D'Lo to kind of take some pressure off DS and take some pressure off AR at times, and even myself. It gives us a lot of length when we added Rui and added Vando. So we were very small early in the season. So we would get stops, but our rebounding was very difficult and challenging for us. So now, with the length that we had, we was able to, rebound a lot better, and then I think the guys that came in, they just came in with no expectations. They just came in and say, okay, well, let's figure this thing out, and from my point of view, a lot of them games, from 4.5 weeks, I was sitting. I was out because of my foot injury, and I was just watching and seeing, how could I be better? How could I, once I come back, how can I, put myself in a position to help this team continue to thrive like they were doing? And I just got super excited, probably seeing a lot of my tweets when I was not playing, and I was just super excited about the games and being played, and I couldn't wait to get back. So, it's a lot more, but that's the cliff notes of it.
Last two.
Hey, LeBron, do you guys feel like you're playing with house money at this point?
What does that mean?
Well, I mean,
I know what it means.
As far as expectations from the outside.
Nah. As Vanda will say, nah. We're trying to win every hand.
That's your expectation. Our expectations inside.
Yeah. No.
Way higher than showing up to the Western Conference Finals.
AD, I wanted to ask about the rebounding tonight, and also whether were you focused on rebounding tonight, and at any point did you feel hesitant, or did you feel okay the whole time?
No, I felt fine. The times that they beat us, they got a lot of offensive rebounds and kicking out to 4 threes or getting, second chance points. So I just wanted to have emphasis on rebounding basketball and limit their offensive rebounding. They got a couple, but I just wanted to make sure that I did my part in, trying to get every rebound possible on both ends on the floor, but mainly defensively to limit them from those second chance points where they're most deadly.
All right, that's LeBron James and Anthony Davis. We'll get ready to wrap up the show tonight. 122-101 the final score. Lakers over the Warriors. They advance. I mentioned the next game for the Lakers is coming up on Tuesday. Game 1 from Denver, Lakers versus the Nuggets. Our local coverage will begin at 4 p.m. Tip-off is set for 5:30. A couple quick shout-outs here. Thank you to Michael Funches. Thank you to Laura Romo. Thank you to Rebecca Womble, our entire social media staff as well. Cody Liu, Carlos Saisu, and DeAndre Hawkins. We'll be back, and you guys can only imagine how much we're going to be talking about the Lakers, obviously starting on Monday, but we got a lot of stuff to get into previewing the Lakers and the Nuggets. So appreciate everybody being a part of the show. Lakers advance to the Western Conference Finals. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Allen Sliwa. This has been the Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
And the Lakers take the series, finishing the Warriors off in 6 games. The Purple and Gold advance to the Western Conference Finals and play the Denver Nuggets. The push to Banner 18 advances.
Lakers basketball on ESPN LA is sponsored by...
Driven by Subaru of Glendale, the #1 volume Subaru retailer in the USA. Your next Subaru is waiting for you at Subaru of Glendale and SubaruofGlendale.net. Delivered by Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut's Big New Yorker pizza has 6 extra-large slices, big enough to hold more cheese on a crispy, fluffy crust that you gotta fold just to eat. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut. Presented by CallJacob.com. Winning